Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Wordsy by Formal Ferret Games and designed by Gil Hova. Gil Hova sent me this copy, and I'm a big fan of word games. I don't review that many all that often, but I do enjoy them, and I was excited to see what this was all about. I actually jumped into the instructions, and at first I was like, that's it? It's super simple premise, and I was a little concerned. I was like, uh-oh, this seems a little basic. But in practice playing, this game's a lot of fun. I was very surprised at how much fun came from such a simple concept. So, how does it work? Well, you deal out this little grid of letters, and you see there's a 5-point, 4-point, 3-point, 2-point. That's just for scoring, but you basically have access to the letters at the top of these 8 letters. Now, the way it works is it's 7 rounds, and each round you're going to deal out new letters, but what you're going to do is try to make one single word that uses as many letters as you can here, but you're not limited to these letters. So you can do a big word like campaign. That's a pretty good one. Campaign here, or company, that uses letters that aren't here or aren't in here. And you don't get points for the letters that aren't showing, but it allows you to make a word that lets you get more. And scoring super easy. You get the number of points per the column the letter is in, and if it's a hard letter, you'll get bonus points. So this would be worth 7 because it's in the 5 column plus 2. If I wanted to do Queen, I could, because even though there's none of the other letters, I could do Q, U, E, E, N and get points. For the times there are multiple letters, if I did like commission, the first M would be worth 4, the second 3. If for some reason there was a word with 3 M's, I wouldn't get a point for an M that isn't here. Player who gets a word first and writes it down, calls it out, then everyone has 30 seconds to do theirs. If that person wins, they get bonus points. If somebody else beats them, they'll get some bonus points there. And there's some solo rules and a couple different variants with 2 players versus more, and then more variants on the back. That's it. That's the game. You're just thinking of big words. It works much like Snippets works. It's a totally different dynamic. Instead of being limited by the letters, you have this huge range of words you could consider. And at first I was like, this is just, Mr. Vocabulary, like somebody who's really big on vocab is going to get it. But you'd be surprised, a lot of the words that you can pick up don't necessarily have to be hard words. They just have to have longer endings and lots of letters. It's super simple, but it works and it's fun, and I'll be playing this a lot. My biggest quibble with the game is there's this nice score sheet. It says how it works, a ton of them in here, but you end up having only space for the word. It doesn't offer any scratch room, and scoring, you're adding up the letters, but you end up trying to fit it in, and I think this should have been that much bigger and had room on each line for scoring out the letters in a more convenient way, perhaps even with a little space for each letter, perhaps, or at least just room, and then also a little area where you could do some scratch sort of thinking. You end up getting another piece of paper to do that, but if you get everything else in the box, why can't I get what I need there? So that's my biggest gripe with it. But again, I thought it was going to be too simple to be really that interesting, but it turned out to be quite a lot of fun. So subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.